Welcome back to my channel, guys. So I'm going to complete the skirt I showed you. This skirt. What I'm going to do in this video is to show you how I cut the top and how I join on the down part. I'm not sewing skirt and blouse, I'm sewing a dress. So this one is the down part, just like skirt. I'm going to show you how I cut the top, how I join the top to the down part. This down part is going to be in another video, so I will leave the link to this one in the description box of this video, so you can go and check it out and see how I cut and sew the down part, this very one. I'm going to cut the back first by marking 2 inches on the back for zip. I'm going to measure 16 inches, my half length, 16 inches. After measuring 16 inches, this 16 inches plus half inch to sew on the shoulder, just on the shoulder. I have 8 inches remaining here. I'm going to use 1 inch to sew on the bottom, which will now remain 7 inches. So what I'm going to do is I will mark this place this way. I fold the back into 2, so this is into 2 for the back, and I measure 2 inches on the back for zip. I measure from here to here 16.5 inches. My half length is 16 inches, but I measure 16.5 inches because I will use half inch to sew on the shoulder. So after using half inch to sew on the shoulder, it will remain 16 inches, and the remaining one here is 8 inches. I will use 1 inch to hem on the bottom, and it will remain 7 inches. So I mark here, which I measure from here to here 16 inches. I mark, then I'm going to draw gather here instead of cutting here first before I join this here. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to add gather here to fit my waist. Waist is 36 inches, divided by 4 is 9 inches plus to sew on the side. This one here, the waist of the down part here, and sew on top. I will measure neckline 3 inches, and I'm going to cut the shoulder and the sleeve together. Here I mark for zip 2 inches. I will place my tape there, and I will measure 23 inches, which is here. From here to here is 23 inches. I will place my tape on the shoulder here. Remember, I'm cutting the shoulder and the sleeve together. I will place here. I will measure 10 inches. This is the bust. I will measure bust 20 inches here. That means it's 80 inches on the bust, divided by 4 is 20 inches. I have 20 inches like this. I'm going to mark from here. I'm going to trim here out and cut this way. This is the back, this is the front. I fold into 2. I will place the back on top and remove the 2 inches for zip. So I remove 2 inches for zip on the back. just like this. So I will cut the neckline now. I measure 3 inches for neckline. I'll cut back with 1/2 inch. I'll measure from shoulder neckline for the front neck 4 inches, and I will mark U-neck. So I'm going to start to sew now. But first, I mark here, I measure 16.5 inches from the shoulder, 16.5 inches. I will turn this way and measure 16.5 inches and mark 16.5 inches. I'm going to do the same on the front. I will measure 16.5 inches. I will do the same here. I will measure 16.5 inches, but I can see it from here. This, then I will open this way. I can see the chalk this way, and I will draw gather here. I will draw gather on this part. The shoulder and the sleeve together. This is the neck, this is the front neck, and this is the back neck. I join the shoulder and I hem this side of the armhole. I'm going to do the same here with 1/2 inch. I will hem with 1/2 inch here. I'm done sewing 2 lines to draw gather here. Like this. And on the back, this is where we sew zip on this place. What I'm going to do for the neck, I will hem with 1/2 inch. I will fold 2 inches inside like this. This is where we sew zip on. Remember, I leave 2 inches on the back for zip, so I will fold the 2 inches this way before I hem the neckline with 1/2 inch. After doing that, I have this lace ribbon here, or lace trim. I will sew around the neckline. After doing that, I will show you when I'm going to sew on top here. I'm done sewing lace trim on the neck. I sew on the neckline and I sew on the armhole too. I've already joined one side, this side. I'm going to join this side now. I bring together like this. I sew lace trim on the sleeve, and this is the side. I will measure 9 inches and I will sew from here up to this place. Then I will hem the down part. After doing that, I will bring this one. This is the back. This is where I will sew zip on this place. This is the back. This is the front, and this is the back. This side I will sew zip here. This is where we sew zip on. and this is the side. So what I will do is to bring this way. After sewing the two sides, then this is where I will sew zip on here. I will place on top like this. This is where the gather is. This is where I sew for gather. So I will gently sew on top here, just on top here, from the back to the front end to this side of the back. I will place on top. I will place on top here, and sew like this, and draw the gather and sew all through the waist. So when I'm done sewing that, I will sew zip on the back. I'm done sewing the waist. This is the back. I will sew zip here, and this is the front on the waist here. You can see the mark like this. So what I'm going to do now is to sew zip on the back. This is the waist for the down parts. I sew here. Before I sew zip, I'm going to show you how it looks like. This is how it looks like. So the sleeve here, I plait on the shoulder because it's too long. It's okay like this, but I feel like doing something on the shoulder. See? So I decided to plait on the shoulder like this. I prefer it this way. But what I'm going to do, instead of 9 inches before I sew, I will sew from here, hold like this way. I will sew here to this place 1 inch. I will do the same here after making pleats here. So I'm going to sew zip now on the back. So I have this dress in this channel. I will leave the link in the description box. You can go and check it out to see how I made this dress. I'm done sewing zip on the back. I'm done sewing pleats on the other sleeve from the shoulders through the sleeve, and I sew with about 1 inch here. I sew here in this side. This is the front. I'm going to iron. This is the finishing, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, you are welcome. Please subscribe and remember the notification bell. In that way, you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one.